Hello everyone. I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor in Commerce. In this session, I am going to discuss about the topic players in the stock market. There are various players are acting in the stock markets, but in the today's session, I am going to discuss about few of them: the regulators, the stock exchanges, the stock brokers, and the sub brokers. In our previous session, we have discussed about the functions of secondary market, that is liquidity, marketing of securities, the listing of companies, trading and settlement system, providing safety to the investors, safeguarding the interest of the investors, supply of long-term funds, reflection of the business cycle, marketing of the new issue, etc. are the functions of the secondary market. In this session, I will discuss about important components of the secondary market. By the end of this session, you will be able to identify various intermediaries and regulators operating in the secondary market. As we all know, stock market is a place for buying and selling of securities. It is a systematic arrangement which facilitates the buying and selling of securities between a buyer and as well as the seller. Apart from the buyer and seller, there are a lot of other intermediaries, regulators are acting in the stock market to facilitate the process of buying and selling of securities, and they are called as the players in the stock market. And in this session, we will discuss about the various players who are acting in the secondary market or stock market. Some of them are regulators, stock exchanges, stock brokers, sub-brokers, issuer companies, depository participants, clearing houses, and investors. So, in the today's session, we will discuss four of them: regulators, stock exchanges, stock brokers, and sub-brokers. The first players in the stock markets are regulators. Regulators are the apex bodies who guide, control, develop, and regulate the operations of stock market in India. In India, Securities Exchange Board of India is the regulating body of stock market. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಬಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ನ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. Apart from SEBI, there are various other bodies who are regulating or who are impacting the operations of stock market in India, such as Reserve Bank of India, Ministry of Finance, and Ministry of Corporate Affairs. ಸೆಬಿಯನ್ನ ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ವಿತ್ತ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಗಳ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿನ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಭಾವವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತವೆ. Next important player of the stock market is stock exchanges. Stock exchanges are the institutional arrangement where securities are bought and sold. They provide systematic platform for sellers and buyers of securities to meet and sell or buy their securities. ಷೇರು ಮಾರಾಟ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಷೇರು ವಹಿವಾಟ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಷೇರನ್ನು ಖರೀದಿಸಲು ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರಲು ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂಯೋಜಿತ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ. The stock exchanges are called as a physical representation of the stock markets. ಷೇರು ವಹಿವಾಟು ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು ಈ ಒಂದು ಷೇರು ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಯ ಭೌತಿಕ ರೂಪದ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳಾಗಿರುತ್ತವೆ. In India, there are two important stock exchanges are operating. The first one is Bombay Stock Exchange and another one is National Stock Exchange. Central government under Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 will grant recognition to stock exchanges in India. Stock exchanges are managed by governing boards which consist of elected member directors and public representatives and government nominees. The stockbrokers will be enlist themselves or register themselves as a trading members of any one of the stock exchange, and some of the people will be elected as directors among the stockbrokers, and they will be the members of a governing boards, and as well as there are some public representatives will be nominated as a governing member of the governing board, and also government will nominate a few members as a government nominee in the governing board, and this governing board will be the apex body or the governing body which is regulating the operations of a stock exchange. The next, the Bombay Stock Exchange is the oldest stock exchange in India, which was established in 1875 under a banyan tree in Nariman Circle, Mumbai. ಮುಂಬೈನಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ನಾರಿಮನ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಆಲದ ಮರದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ 12 ಜನ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಗಳು ಸೇರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1875ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ನೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬಾಂಬೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಮನಿಸೋದಾದ್ರೆ, the oldest stock exchange in India is Bombay Stock Exchange. Once there were 21 stock exchanges were operating in India, including Bangalore Stock Exchange, Mangalore Stock Exchange, Magad Stock Exchange, Ahmedabad Stock Exchange, Hyderabad Stock Exchange, etc. But many of these stock exchanges were presently closed down because of their inefficiency and inability to compliance with SEBI guidelines. So presently there are only 6 stock exchanges are operating in India. They are as follows. The first one is Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE. Second one is National Stock Exchange, NSE. Third one is Kolkata Stock Exchange, CSE. India International Stock Exchange, India INX. Metropolitan Stock Exchange in India Limited, MSC. NSE International Stock Exchange, NSE IE. These are the 6 stock exchanges which are presently operated in India. Next, most important and most active player in the stock exchanges or stock markets are stock brokers. Stock brokers are the recognized members of a stock exchange who facilitates buying and selling of securities for commission. They act as a middleman between or a bridge between the investor and as well as a stock exchange, because an investor cannot directly enter into the stock exchanges and buy or sell his security. He has to act through the stock broker, who is a registered trading member of the stock exchange. Stock brokers are going to buy and sell securities in the stock market on behalf of their client, and they charge commission or a brokerage for the their services which are rendered for their clients. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೂಡಿಕೆದಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಷೇರು ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಯ ನಡುವೆ ಸೇತುವೆ ರೀತಿ ಇವರು ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಹೂಡಿಕೆದಾರನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ತಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಷೇರು ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಷೇರನ್ನು ಖರೀದಿಸುವುದು ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. And there are large number of stock brokers who are operating in India. Some of the important or popular stock brokers in India are like this: ICICI Securities, HDFC Securities, Zerodha, Axis Direct, Angel Broking, Reliance Capital, Kotak Securities, Sharekhan, etc. There are many number of the stock brokers you can find in India, and we can classify these stock brokers into the 2 categories. That is, first one is full service brokers and the second one is discount brokers. Full service brokers are the stock brokers who provide the facility of buying and selling of securities along with some additional services such as advisory services. They provide security advisory services, tax advisory services, along with some research and analysis services, which will help investors in taking their investment decisions. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫುಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ನವರು ಶೇರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡುವ ಸೇವೆಯ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಶೇರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ನೀಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ತೆರಿಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹಲವಾರು ಈ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ನ ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಡಾಟಾನ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಹೂಡಿಕೆದಾರರು ತಮ್ಮ ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆಗಿನ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೋಬಹುದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಫುಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ categories are discount brokers. These are the brokers, stock brokers, who provide only the facility of buying and selling of securities, and they charge less brokerage because they are not providing any additional services than the full service brokers. ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸೇ. ಇವರು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ತಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನ ಇವರು ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನು, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನ ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ನೀಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವರು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೋಕರೇಜ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ಗಿಂತನೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ಸೇವೆ ಇವರು ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೆ ಲಭ್ಯ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Next category of players are sub-brokers. Sub-broker is an agent of a stockbroker who helps the clients to buy and sell securities only through the stockbroker, but he is not a registered member of a stock exchanges. He helps in extending the network of stockbroker. Sub-broker is like an agent. He is a sub-agent of the stockbroker who is going to help the stockbroker in extending his business into the wider area and for the more number of clients. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರಿನ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಿನ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೆಬಿ ಟು ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸಬ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್. ಇವರು ಸೆಬಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಸಬ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ these members are acting like an insurance agent who help in taking the insurance policy. Like that, they are going to acting as a sub broker who help the clients in investing the money in the stock market. ಇವರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನವರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿನ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇವರು ಸಬ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಹಣನ ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬ್ರೋಕರ್ ಅವರು ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. These are the four important players in the secondary market. We will discuss about the remaining four players in the secondary market in our next session. Let us summarize the today's session. Today we discussed about the various players in the stock market. The first one is regulators. SEBI is the regulating body of stock market in India. And the second player is stock exchanges. Stock exchanges are the institutional arrangement where securities are bought and sold. And the third players are stock brokers. Stock brokers are the recognized member of the stock exchanges who facilitates the buying and selling of securities on behalf of their clients in the stock exchange. And the last one is sub broker, who are acting as an agent of the stock broker who help their clients in buying and selling of securities on behalf of a stock broker. You can refer these books for your further reading. Khan M.Y. Indian Financial System, Theory and Practice, Tata McGraw-Hill. E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Financial Markets and Services, Himalaya Publications. Raman VS, Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Bookhouse Publications. Thank you everyone for watching. Please do like and subscribe by pressing the bell icon and comment with your suggestions and as well as queries. Thank you all.